Art with an Edge, snappy photographers on the North Shore, and the eloquent Andy Elwell.
Funding for the playlist is provided by the citizens of Minnesota through the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund.
From punk to pop, Andy Elwell keeps stretching his musical sensibilities. The Duluth native is in the studio tonight. Please welcome Andy Elwell.
I'm the one who climb over walls for you. I'm the one to empty my pockets for you, to eat or drink or smile about a pair of shoes. I'm the one. And where are you? Let's not deny the taste of air between me and you. We can dance around the feeling, but without the shoes I'll get tired and end up leaving alone in boots when the waltz expires. Where are you when unconditional love is asked of you? Are you June Carter to me? We spend the time, and if I asked to be in your arms, would you oblige? And hold me until the weather's warm. If I'm soaking in sweat and my hands are dried up in blood, could you bandage me up and keep me cold? When unconditional love is asked of you. Are you June Carter to me? And if I'm sleeping far too long, will you wake me up? And if I'm screaming out too loud, will you shut me up? And if I'm breaking everything down, will you pick the pieces up? And if I'm making everyone frown, will you cheer them on? Oh. And are you June Carter to me? When unconditional love is asked of you. Oh, are you June Carter to me?
Nice job. Well, there's more music from Andy later in the show, and we'll ask him about June Carter and a whole lot more. Meanwhile, it's bold, colorful, and currently on display in Virginia at the Lyric Center for the Arts. North Street is intense and edgy, thanks to the vision of Nancy Miller, the curator, and she's here in the studio with us, as well as Jessica Leszewski, am I close? Ochre Ghost Gallery here in Duluth. Yeah. Welcome, both of you. So both of you have been involved in some really cool art presentations and exhibits. Tell me about what is street art?
Well, street art is not necessarily sanctioned art. In fact, that's usually what defines it. Usually it's interaction with one's environment, and it can be sticker art, murals, posters, paste-up things. So what is in the North Street show isn't necessarily street art. However, it does reflect the similar vibe.
And you have had similar shows, or at least some of the shows at Ochre Ghost have had kind of that edge.
Yeah, we like to focus on emerging artists. We've had installations and like a different variety of artworks displayed in the gallery.
And how do people respond to different? I mean, it's not your average, watercolor hanging on a wall. It's different.
Right. Well, we've had different responses. So. With every new artist that we bring in, there's either sometimes shock value that comes along with showing those artists, or intrigue. Some people just stop in and wonder exactly what the heck's going on in the gallery. We've had a large group installation that happened last April, and it took up the whole space. It's a small space, but it did really fill it up. And that was really cool to see people come in and kind of interact with it and hear different people's views on what was going on.
It's a different response, and I think that's what you're getting at the Lyric Center, right?
Yeah, I really was excited because of the positive response that I received in an area that usually doesn't have that kind of work. And I met Jessica because of the Creme City Collective. Folks had an installation in her gallery, and I saw it and I said, this is what I want to see going on up in Virginia as well.
We had a chance to go see and did a little, we kind of snuck in and got a little of the setup of Creme City. So let's take a look at the preview and then talk a little bit more about, so people know what we're talking about.
Sure.
Let's take a look.
Our installation is titled After the Death of King Ghost. It's the narrative that our brain children are dying. My name is Will Grant.
I'm Ross Yates.
We are the Creme City Collective. This is our part of the show North Street at the Lyric Center. We like to use a term we started using called maximalism, where it's just kind of everything all the time. We kind of stopped worrying. We started making work because a lot of people we knew weren't really doing any, we're talking about doing stuff but weren't being active. So we just started kind of letting go of inhibitions and just making work, and it's started as 2D and now it's in 3D. This is our 5th show in the last year. So
yeah, a lot of the 3D stuff started as just more mural type or just cartoon stuff that we were doing in sketchbooks and on large canvas, and we just sort of started pulling characters and forms from that and doing constructions out of 3-dimensional material.
It's accessible. You can actively be part of art, and you don't have to necessarily have some highfalutin background.
You can spill something, you can paint.
There's quite a variety in here. I think that's amazing. How did you even decide? You have 3-dimensional, you have graphic arts, you have all kinds of stuff.
Well, I knew that when I put out the call for artists, I was going to have to be very open to what came in, because it was a very short time period before the show. So I wanted things that at least reflected a street vibe. So it was not easy, because some people I really wanted to have in the show, but I just couldn't.
Yeah, but you got quite a response
I did,
from putting out
for a
that
very
call.
short time.
Now, Jessica, you are celebrating the first anniversary of Ochre Ghost, and one part of that is doing an Ochre Ghost show at the Duluth Art Institute with Creme City. I think that's really fun.
Yeah, we're doing a group show. It's a group installation at the Duluth Art Institute, and basically what we did is we got together with Annie Dugan, from the curator from the Institute, and kind of developed an idea to invite guest artists that have shown in the gallery before, bring them all back together and do one big group installation. So that's what we're in the process of working on right now, and it's so much fun.
Just when you get that many creative people together, and that must have been fun to see that energy at Lyric Center.
Yes, it really was.
And how long is this show up? When
The
does
show is up technically through about November 5th, but I think some of the people have to pull their work out early, so
Well,
get there to see it.
We are so lucky to have both of you ladies doing really cool work and pushing other people to do really neat work. So thank you for coming down and talking to the playlist.
Thank you.
Cool. All right, just a reminder, the North Street is currently hanging at the Lyric Center in Virginia. It's open weekends through early November. And we'll be right back after this.
The whole neighborhood abounds with such local tales, haunted spots, and twilight superstitions.
The name of the show is The Legend of Sleepy Hollow. This is the 4th year that Glensheen has done living literature, which is kind of a mixture between reader's theater and a play.
And the specter is known to all the country firesides by the name of the Headless Horseman.
It's that perfect event to go to if you're looking for something for the family. Just the whole environment is just perfect for Sleepy Hollow and for the atmosphere that we're trying to provide with the show. It adds such a unique characteristic that nowhere else can really give you.
We have information on our website, which is glensheen.org. You can also give us a call, and we're happy to answer any questions.
Along Lake Superior, photographers capture their own artistic expressions. The North Shore Photo Club is the go-to source for advice and encouragement. The club hosts meetings and a few times a year plans field trips for fun.
I like taking of anything, the flowers and the architectural elements.
I like probably more macro, but I still like landscape, and I like a lot of wildlife.
A lot of stuff that I photograph is what caught my eye, and then I sit there and I say, okay, what caught my eye?
This is the North Shore Photo Club. That's it. We meet in 2 harbors, but it's for anybody that's from Duluth all the way up to the Grand Portage.
It just motivates you to get out and take pictures and that when normally you wouldn't.
Every month there's a topic of discussion, and it's you share what it is that you wish to share about that topic, and you don't know where it goes from there.
I really like the way this tree is real solid and dark compared to the real colorful flowers around it, but I'm having a little trouble working with that. Trying to get the right angle and the right light.
What I'm up to is trying to get some of this color into this, as well as the tools. We just get together and share our experience, what we've done.
Ah, you know what? You just maybe gave me the secret to the shot I'm looking for here. I think I may have to give that a whirl, but I need a different lens.
It's just people that are interested in photography and what they're doing and how things are going.
I like that.
Everyone spots something different, you know, so you can be in one place and get many, many different ideas.
This just might be the angle that I was looking for all this time.
It's a new hobby, but it's nice to have some other people that have been in it to critique our work. And, you know, family's nice, but family sometimes isn't as hard as somebody else in the club.
It makes you try different things that you haven't tried before. And
I'm looking and I'm thinking I have some good ones here.
Excellent. The more people you hang out with, the more people you get around, the more people you talk with, the more you're going to pick up on things that there are a lot of subtleties to photography, and picking up as many of those things as possible is always a good thing.
Well, there's more information on the North Shore Photo Club on the web at northshorephotoclub.info. Now, in our gallery tonight, the work of Ann Jenkins and Michael Tonder, compliments of Sievertson Gallery of Duluth. Michael Tonder is a glass artist from Two Harbors. The city of Duluth commissioned him to create a piece of artwork for the King and Queen of Norway. The city will present their gift at the rededication of Inger Tower. Now, that's quite a royal honor for Mr. Tonder, and we want to say congratulations. Your suggestions get the royal treatment when you drop us a line. Post your playlist suggestions on our website, theplaylistonline.org. Get updates on arts and music events like this week's concert featuring Charlie Parr and Lowe. You can get that on our Facebook page and also on Twitter. And now please welcome back Andy Elwell.
Sleep. Sleep, my dear. And when you wake up, I'll be right here. The light from the morning sun is here to greet you. To mend your cuts. The day is here to smile at you. It's here to kiss your neck and wake everything new. And if one day you're not there, I'll say I've always loved you this way. Rise and fall in chest, the life that's chasing your sweet soft breath. Sleep, my dear. And when you wake up, I'll be right here. And if one day you're not there, I'll say I've always loved you this way. This way. This way.
Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you for having me.
It's just awesome to have you here. Thank you.
It's my pleasure.
Yeah, so that song is called The Morning Sun.
It's called The Morning Sun.
Correct, and it's on this CD,
It
which
is on
is
that
one of
CD.
yours, and it's also on this CD.
It's also on that CD.
Which is a fundraiser for the Circle of Hope.
Definitely is.
It's very cool that you are giving back to the community in that way with
Oh,
your music.
yeah. I mean, what other way is there to do things? I mean, you've got to help, and when someone asks you for something that they want you for, like that, how can you say no?
Well, I'm glad that you'll be back a week from tonight playing at
Yeah.
Sacred Heart at
Yeah.
a fundraiser around this CD with some
Yeah.
pretty good friends.
Yeah.
You got James Moores, you have
Yeah, he's
Rachel
good.
Kilgore, all kinds of folks in there. Okay, so tell me, you're a Duluth native.
I am.
And truly, you started with the punk rock band?
Yeah, definitely.
And how does that influence how you play now?
I've been known to be heavy-handed. I play really hard when sometimes I got to back off because it sounds funny, but I don't know. It's just more of a like a DIY, like work ethic, do it yourself kind of thing.
Mhm.
I mean, that's how a lot of the punk bands are, and just figure you got to go for it if you want something. you know.
Right now, you're in the studio
I am.
recording some new music.
Very much so.
We have a little bit of that coming up
You
still.
do? Yeah.
So you're pretty comfortable in the studio.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No place I'd rather be.
Yeah. So new music.
Yeah, new record's called Brave Soul. I'm recording it with a guy named Brett Bullion. He's been in bands, Dark. Got a band called Tarleton in Minneapolis, so he's an awesome drummer. He plays drums on it too, so I'm really excited.
You're awesome and you're fantastically talented.
Oh,
so thank you.
Come on.
So you get a chance to go out and hear them in person.
It's true.
A week from tonight at Sacred Heart. Now look for Andy's new release early next year, and meanwhile, make plans this weekend to go out and support the arts. Enjoy one last song from Andy Elwell.
Thank you.
Find your way across the sea. Brave the storm, the angry deep. And if your ship should fail, I know you'd swim your love back to me. Find your way over the mountainside. Brave the snow, brave the peaks. Through the valleys, sloping hills to find your way back to me. How did you get so far away? How did you get so far away? away. 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 I'll find my way to the desert sand and bear the sun's relentless heat. And in the night I'll ask the stars to bring your love back to me. We'll find our way to the halfway point and earn the miles on our feet. Then our eyes will catch and lips are caught and not have missed a beat.
Funding for the playlist is provided by the citizens of Minnesota through the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund and by viewers like you.